Now let's talk about blockchain technology, which is a decentralized, distributed, often public digital ledger that records transactions across many computers, making it transparent, immutable, and resistant to tampering. It's known for its use in cryptocurrency systems, but its applications extend to various fields, including creating secure and transparent voting systems. And let's face it, a country like Nigeria has never been very good at holding free and fair elections. So the experts say that if the Electoral Commission, INEC, wants to improve the country's election process, it's worth considering using blockchain technology. Well, one such expert is Valentine Waturuocha, a software engineer and technology executive based in Australia. He's been in Nigeria for the last few weeks talking up the transformative potential of blockchain technology, and he joins me now in the studio. Thank you very much indeed for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
First of all, as briefly as you can, just explain to us what blockchain technology is.
Well, when I knew I was going to do this, I started thinking of the best way to actually explain this with examples as well. So if you imagine a pyramid, years ago you had pyramid schemes, so then you had everybody contributing money on, certainly in this society, had people contributing money, and then it gets to every month and somebody takes the money and all that, and then sometimes there was some degree of a fraud where somebody decides to make away with the money and stuff. So that is a measure, that's a huge example of what blockchain is. If you apply the blockchain technology to something like a pyramid, it means that everybody had to approve for when that transaction got to the time when someone was actually taking any money out of that transaction. So blockchain.
So it's really a kind of pyramid without the fraud.
Correct.
That goes with it.
Correct.
Right.
So in this case, it is decentralized, and everybody has to validate everything that happens. And anything that happens, you've got to continue to add chains, blocks as well. So you mine blocks, and these blocks that are mined is quite complex in the mathematical manner in which it is mined. So 100% proof. I mean, I would say
you are convinced that it holds transformative potential for Nigeria.
Absolutely.
Tell us more.
Well, so cryptocurrency, for example, which is obviously one of the major applications of it, the value that you hold in cryptocurrency, obviously in the same vein, the same way that if you are uncomfortable about holding your asset in the naira, for argument's sake, you would hold it in gold. Cryptocurrency is actually doing exactly the same thing, but it's doing even better because you're now doing it digitally, and you have a platform, a peer-to-peer platform that allows all transactions to be extremely secure and encrypted, cryptography at very significant, military-grade type cryptography.
Although we've heard recently of the North Koreans cracking the code and making off with, I think the last time was over $2 billion.
Well, again, application is everything. We ran a challenge at Silicon Valley about a year ago, and because we use cryptocurrency, we use encryption quite a bit. And we said if you could get to the funds that were hidden, we would give you $30,000 transferred to your wallet. We got hacked. We got attempted hacks all over the world, 150 of them each week, and nobody got to it. So what I would say is I don't know the details of what they got to.
Instance,
correct. You know what I mean? But
broadly speaking,
it is
very secure.
correct.
When one of the areas that people are most concerned about in this country, Nigeria, is in the area of elections.
Okay.
And how the country can conduct free and fair ballots. How do you think blockchain technology can help?
Okay, that's a really good one, because you see, if there's any incident of manipulation of results, then you can't, because the whole chain has to come together and validate it, and it is encrypted. You can't hack it. If you attempt to hack it, well, you can't actually, if applied correctly. So that is a major application right there of how you can ensure that those results are 100% accurate and 100% untouched.
Yeah, but in the case of the elections, who would be in that chain of command to validate?
Well, remember the computers here. So you could define, for argument's sake, the electoral officers, or you could define party representatives as well
Right.
involved in that chain, and they all have computers that are chained together, and you can't manipulate any of it because you've got to come together and everybody has to validate it, and any changes you've got to add a new block, and the process of adding a new block is fairly complex. Well, quite complex as well.
And is this something you've discussed with the government or the Electoral Commission or members of the opposition?
No, this is not at all, not yet.
Right. And of course, blockchain technology goes beyond just voting and elections and cryptocurrency and so on. Tell us more about the other areas of the economy where it could be put to good use.
Well, identification. If you want to, any area where you need to ensure that nobody can change data, because remember what blockchain is doing is it's protecting information and data and putting a timestamp to it and ensuring that nothing can be changed or nothing can be changed in the whole chain itself. So its application is pretty much, I would argue, anything you want to ensure is secure end to end, and you want to guarantee that nobody has tampered with it in terms of data, information, whatever it is. Yep, you can apply it to it.
And just a brief word about yourself. I mean, you know all this because you're a software engineer who's worked at sort of top firms like Citibank, International, Bank of Scotland, etc. And you live in faraway Australia. Tell us more.
Well, I actually used to live in the UK and I moved to Australia 11, 12 years ago. And since then, I've started a company in Australia. And we are a software engineering firm, but we also are at the cutting edge of using newer technology and emerging technology, so things like artificial intelligence. We're in conversations to do some work, you know, like your chat GPT, where you're now using artificial intelligence to assist clients and customers interact with information that you have in a manner that's so seamless and so easy to use, just like with chat GPT as well. Also, drone technology as well. The drone technology, even though it's been around for a while, it's not been leveraged as much as it can be. We talk about monitoring of roads, construction roads, monitoring of fiber optics. We've had conversations in a meeting a couple of days ago about fiber optics as well, and that comes up. There are drones who can do that, who actually pick it up even when it's on the ground as well, pick up any cuts and report on it. And with artificial intelligence, robotics as well, which is another area as well, working together, drones, robotics, artificial intelligence, what you're getting monitoring in real time, reporting in real time, analyzing in real time, predictive analytics in real time, intelligent analysis in real time. You're getting all that in seconds. And it is high time over here in Nigeria as well, as this technology is emerging, are leveraging them and using them to improve services to citizens, and in all manner and all kinds of areas as well. Is an area as well. Yep.
Well, very good of you to come in and talk to us, and we'll keep in touch so you can tell us more. Valentine Waturuocha is a software engineer and technology executive, and he's based in Australia and is a bit of a blockchain technology expert. Thank you very much indeed for coming in.
Thanks for your time.